Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games. Updates powered by Arena Plus. And of course, brought to you by Signal TV, the official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. I'm Boom Gonzalez, and good to see you again. Pauline Versosa is with me tonight.
Hey, Boom, good evening. It's been another incredible day in sports. And now the first full day of competition in the 33rd Southeast Asian Games is in the books, and the Philippines' largest ever delegation at the Games has already made their presence felt. Imagine that. Team Philippines now in the medal tally in the competition.
Yeah, a lot of exciting things happened today, and we'll get to all of that. It's only the first day at nakapag-uwi na agad ng medalya ang ating mga atleta. And we have everything you need to know about our athletes right here tonight.
Well, we'll be showing you the highlights as well of the winning moments of our athletes, and we will also be talking to our correspondents who are in Thailand watching the action up close, and we will be giving you that later on in the program.
And with the first full day of competition now in the books, let's take a look at our medal tally. The Philippines, as we mentioned, already won several medals, including 2 golds.
Woo!
Yan ang masaya dyan. May 2 gold na tayo agad-agad on our first day.
First full day of competition, Boom. Here we are where we want to be at the gold medal column, 2 medals as you mentioned, but we're also in the silver column. We have 1 medal there.
Yes.
And in the bronze category, we have 9 gold medals for a total of 12. Okay, but as of 9 p.m., host Thailand is the early leader with 18 gold medals, and they are followed by Indonesia with 4 golds and Vietnam with 3 golds.
Expected na yan for the host country, as always, na makauna, especially on the first day. The Philippines is currently in 7th place, as we mentioned, 2 golds, a silver, 9 bronzes. But we are only in day 1, and there's plenty of medals to be given away, kaya kapit lang, dasal lang tayo. Okay?
I know, Boom, that our sports officials are expecting at least 60 gold medals.
Yan ang sana,
We
yes.
want to finish in the top 4,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So right
yeah.
now we're still in 7th place, but as Boom mentioned, it's just day 1 of the competition. Lots of things will still happen. But speaking of action, a lot of our athletes in boxing, gymnastics, and other events also competed today and have made progress in their competitions. And we have plenty more of athletes who will be aiming for medals.
All right, and as we mentioned earlier, nakasungkit na nga tayo ng ginto. The country took home its first gold medal earlier today, and it was Taekwondo Jin Justin Kobe Macario who did it. Nakausap din namin kanina yon si Kobe right after the victory, and we were so happy to get to talk to him fresh from his victory.
Wow.
Yeah, he was so emotional, and obviously he was telling us about whom he was dedicating it to God, to his family, and to the NSA heads and all the sports officials who were there to support him. And we're seeing sequences from that gold medal performance. And then, Julia
incredible.
Vargas was the one who also kind of facilitated that interview.
That interview was so incredible to see the heart of Justin Macario over here. Some people might be wondering, Taekwondo is a combat sport, right? But Pumse is actually an individual event. And here in individual freestyle Pumse, Justin showcased his precision, his accuracy, and his talent, the different techniques in individual freestyle Pumse. Congratulations and thank you to Justin Macario for giving us that first gold medal in the 33rd SEA Games.
8.2 points is what he garnered to top the event and defeat 6 other competitors. I don't know anything about it, but watching it, it looked absolutely beautiful. Now, the 23-year-old Macario previously won silver and bronze medals in the 2021 and 2023 SEA Games before striking gold in the regional showcase earlier today.
Well, 3rd time's the charm, as they say, Boom. Well, aside from our first gold, nakapag-uwi na rin ang Pilipinas ng iba pang medalya in other sports, and here are just some of them.
All right, we were talking about that, some of the medals, right? So, here we go. Taekwondo has also given the Philippines its first silver medal courtesy of Rodolfo Reyes, King Nash Alcario, and Ian Corton.
At anim naman po ang ating bronze medals for Team Philippines. We have 1 from men's mountain bike, courtesy of John Derek Farr. We also have 2 from our men's and women's hockey fives. That's a debuting sport here in the 33rd SEA Games. And we also have 2 more from our men's and women's sepak takraw teams. And another from Taekwondo in the mixed freestyle Pumse event. Right, so patikim pa lang yan, Boom, ano? In total, as of 9 p.m., we have 12 medals already for Team Philippines. But just before the day closed, we struck gold once more. Here's some breaking news, courtesy of women's 4x100 freestyle relay team. Our women's team in swimming, congratulations, bringing home our 2nd gold medal. Kayla Sanchez, as well as Heather White, Chloe Isleta, and Shandy Chua. Sa inyong ginintoang langoy, congratulations.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I also saw scenes, obviously, and pictures from the awarding ceremony, the celebrations after getting out of the pool. Wonderful to see. Now, I'm sure there are plenty of other stories from our athletes after a full day of competition. And my favorite, we have a chance to talk to someone who was at the heart of the action, one of our friends, our correspondents, Carlo Pamintuan, right there in the thick of things. Carlo, can you hear us?
Good evening, Pauline. Good evening, Boom. Thank you for having me. It has been indeed the first day of competitions, kaya masaya tayo na nakikita na natin yung ating mga atletang Pilipino, yung kanilang pinagpapaguran, already turning into medals, if not turning into great performances for them here in Bangkok.
Sige, kwentuhan mo naman kami, Carlo. Saan tayo magsisimula? Who do you want to talk about?
Okay, Boom. Yung natutukan ko is the Philippine boxing team.
Yan.
Pinatag ko lang yung storya ng boxing because, Boom, there are 16 weight divisions in men's and women's boxing here in Bangkok. But as the host team, nagdesisyon yung Thailand that only they can send 16 athletes.
Wow!
So, sila lang yung pwedeng magpadala ng full team. Sila lang yung may 16, kaya lahat ng weight divisions, may entry sila. All the rest of the NSAs, lahat ng ibang bansa, were only allowed 13. So minus 3 na tayong lahat. So hindi natin makukumpleto yung listahan ng 16 of the weight divisions that are available here. So bumuo yung ating yung ABAP, ang ating NSA ng koponan that they thought would be performing well here. It's a mix of may mga full-time pero meron din mga bumabalik paminsan-minsan katulad nitong si John Mindoro who is coming in as a first-time member, si Yumir Marshall also of course coming back into our boxing squad. Kaya yun, it's a 13 strong pool for our boxing team. Before even the tournament started, syempre magkakadraw and a lot of things can happen during a draw. May mga swerte, meron din namang hindi. In the lucky part, 6 of our boxers drew slots straight into the semifinals. What does that mean? Sigurado na yung medalya for them. You know, in boxing, they give away 2 bronze medals kasi wala nang battle for third. So yung 6 na yon, dire-diretso na sila dun sa last 4, kumbaga. 1 win, 2 fight for the gold medal. And some of those 6 will be our Olympians, no? Itong si Ira Villegas, Nesty Petesio, Mindoro is there, Marshall is there, Paswick is also there, no? Sila yung umabante agad-agad dun sa dulo na ng torneo. The other 6 were drew the quarterfinal round. So it's 1 win to be able to medal. Yun yung diskarte nila. And the lone Filipino fighter who was in the round of 16 was Mark Ashley Fajardo, who was one of the first fighters to see action today. So tatlo yung boksingero na lumaban for the Philippines here today. It was supposed to be 4, but pagdating ng ating boxing team dun sa venue, they were let know, they were informed na cancel na muna yung laban ni Flynn Hara, and this does not happen kasi kahapon yung weigh-in nila, which should mean they should be fighting today.
That's right.
But I guess because of the pull-outs of the Cambodian boxers, nagkagulo ng konti yung schedule. No? There might have been some changes, baka numipis masyado yung listahan nila ng laban for some of the days. So they decided to pull out some fights and adjust them to another day. So 3 boxers saw action today. It was Ophelia Magno who started us off on a great note. Maganda yung kanyang performance against a boxer from Myanmar, and she was able to secure a split decision victory to also join our semifinals cast. So ibig sabihin yan, 7 na. 7 guaranteed medals for boxing already.
Okay.
Oo. Tapos, our next fighter to see action was our super veteran. Itong si Ian Clark Bautista. It was a slim field in the featherweight division at ito yung division na napanalo niya na rin sa Cambodia. In fact, he is a 3-time SEA Games gold medalist and a 2-time bronze medalist. The only thing that did not work out well for Ian Clark Bautista was the draw. Kasi yung unang round pa lang, it was a Thai boxer that he was able to meet. Kaya alam naman natin, Thailand and the Philippines, laging nagsasalpukan yan sa boxing. These are two rivals in the sport. It's either them or us, yung number one in terms of the total gold medals in boxing. And it was a younger foe na nakatapat niya, si Sukpet, and hindi naka-adjust agad, no? Itong si Ian Clark Bautista. Sukpet had a game plan in mind that he was able to fulfill in the 3 rounds. So unfortunately, nalagasan agad tayo ng isang boksingero in Ian Clark Bautista. But again, if this is the last time that he will compete in the Southeast Asian Games, we give him a snappy salute dahil grabe talaga yung binigay niyang karangalan sa bansa over the years. Diba?
Over the
10
years, correct. Yes.
Of representing the Philippines in different boxing tournaments. And then the last boxer to see action was Mark Ashley Fajardo. Again, the only boxer coming from the round of 16, but he was dominant against a Vietnamese foe. Nung una, the first 30 seconds of the fight, nakikipagpalitan. Parang gustong makipagbasagan ang mukha ng Vietnam. But ultimately, nung naramdaman niya yung power nitong si Mark Ashley Fajardo, and he has a lot of power, nag-iba na yung diskarte. Nung nakaramdam na ng konting sakit, yung Vietnamese, he began to step back and doon na, nagdomina itong si Mark Ashley Fajardo to be able to secure the unanimous decision victory at tutungo naman siya sa quarterfinals. So he is 1 win away from joining the 7 already guaranteed medalists from the sport of boxing.
Wonderful.
Well, alam naman natin, Carlo, pag boxing talagang that's one of our sources of medals when it comes to the SEA Games. We really dominate the region. But let's shift to a different sport, Carlo. Let's talk about 3x3 basketball. Tell us about the journey of our men's and women's teams and how realistically can we win a gold medal in those sports?
So, the campaigns of Gilas Pilipinas men and women 3x3 have been very different here in Bangkok. For Gilas Pilipinas women, they started off with a tough loss against Indonesia. And yung nangyari kasi doon, Indonesia is one of the teams that actually has a naturalized player in their women's team. Si Pierre Louis, who was really a great player kahit na nung nakalaban siya sa 5-on-5 ni na Jack Daniel Anima, she was so much to contend with. But because of the current basketball rules where they did not allow naturalized players in 5-on-5 but allowed them in 3x3, doon siya umusog. So the team that they were preparing for, biglang nag-iba yung diskarte, nag-iba yung tao kasi may idadagdag ka na sentro na kayang tumira sa labas, na kayang postehan kahit sino yung mga dumidepensa sa kanya. Kita nyo naman, I mean, you will see the highlights. And she really had so much strength going up against any defender sent his way. Meron din namang bilis na kahit na mas maliit ka, hindi mo rin siya kayang iwanan. So it ended up as a loss for our Gilas Pilipinas women's team in their first game. After that, matagal silang nagpahinga. Yun yata yung kinailangan pa nilang bumalik sa hotel, kinailangan nilang bumalik sa venue right after because it was really hours. I think it was a 6-hour break almost in between their 2 games, but they had an opportunity to still qualify for the medal round. May pag-asa pa naman makalaban to yung Pilipinas because they had to meet Malaysia. Unfortunately, it was another tough loss for Gilas Pilipinas women. They were actually up by 2 points, 18-16. I remember the score. But then nakapasok ng 2-point shot and then momentum shifted. You know how it is in 3x3. Akala mo sa'yo na yung laro. But as long as there's still time, talagang pwede kang habulin. And that was what happened. It is an unfortunate early exit for Gilas Pilipinas women because they had high hopes. I mean, this is a team that really traveled all over the world, almost together. You know, aside from Camille Clarin, who is still not seeing action but was here, flew here to Bangkok to support her 3x3 teammates. Magkakilala naman itong mga to. So it's unfortunate that they would suffer quick exit to their campaign. Pero naman sa men's side, alam ni Coach Ronnie Magsanok and Coach Patrick Fran that it will be a very difficult field because, you know, in 5-on-5 basketball, when you spread it over 40 minutes and 12 players, it's easier to show how good you are as a country in playing basketball. But in 3x3, when you're down to just 4 people and it's just 10 minutes, kahit ano talaga pwedeng mangyari dun sa laro. So they had a tough time dealing with Vietnam in their first game. Down pa nga sila dun sa laban na yon, pero tsinaga ng ating kupunan. Ange Kwame was dominant. I mean, it was his first time playing 3x3 basketball, but we saw the quality. We saw his eagerness to really compete with the squad. So they scored a victory against Vietnam in their first game. Sinundan yan ng matagal ding pagpapahinga. They were able to see action, I think, 4 hours later as they met the challenge of a really good Malaysian side. And after that, when you saw the first game happen, mas maganda na yung nilaro ng Gilas Pilipinas, but they were still tested. It was still a difficult matchup up until late in that ball game when the veteran Joseph Sedurifa landed a game-winning 2-point shot to win the matchup and make sure that they will stay undefeated after the first day of competitions here in 3XT. They will be battling Lao tomorrow at lunch. And Lao does not have wins yet, so malaki naman yung probability that our squad will take care of business against them and advance as the number 1 team in their pool to cross over in the semifinals dun sa kabilang grupo naman, which is also a tough group that has Indonesia, Thailand, and Singapore. We'll have to see kung sino yung makakalaban nila doon.
Ganda nung celebrations, ganda nung scenes from there, and of course, Ange Kwame, isa sa mga nakinabang din dun sa pagbabago ng rule. Ano? So, at least dun tayo nakinabang din in that department. Maraming salamat, Carlo. Busog na busog tayo sa balita, and we'll definitely hear more from you in the coming days. Thank you very much.
Well, once again, that was one of our correspondents, Carlo Pamintuan, reporting live from Bangkok to tell the stories of our athletes.
All right, we have plenty more from our athletes only here on Tibay at Tatag. Mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates powered by Arena Plus and brought to you by Signal TV, the official broadcaster of Thailand 2025.
We are here at the Asian Institute of Technology in Bangkok, where the women's cricket T10 tournament is underway. Today, Team Philippines faces Myanmar in a highly anticipated matchup, with both teams looking to make a strong statement in the SEA Games. After winning the toss, Myanmar elected to bat first and came out aggressively. Early in the third over, the Philippines suffered a major setback as team captain Katie Donovan fractured her left thumb while attempting a catch. She was immediately taken to the hospital and will require surgery. Despite the injury, Myanmar continued their innings with confidence, posting a competitive 99 runs for 5 wickets in their full 10 overs. Their batters kept the scoreboard ticking, finding boundaries and maintaining the pressure to set a challenging target of 100 runs for the Filipinas. When the Philippines came out to chase, they showed determination and grit, but struggled to match Myanmar's scoring pace. They finished at 54 runs for 4 wickets in 9.5 overs, falling short by 45 runs. Even with the loss and the absence of their captain, the Filipinas gained valuable experience in the fast-paced T10 format and will look to bounce back in the next stages of their SEA Games campaign. This has been Bea Escudero in Bangkok, Thailand. Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games.
Thank you very much, Bea Escudero. Have you ever watched a cricket match?
I haven't, I must admit. I haven't watched
I
a
have
cricket
watched
How was
Several.
it? Uh-huh.
Still don't understand it. Still don't understand it.
It's okay. Our players understand,
yes.
and as long as they're bringing the A game,
Yes,
that's good
and
enough.
Bea understands, so that's what's important. All right, our coverage of the 2025 Southeast Asian Games continues here on Tibay at Tatag. Mas pinalakas sa Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates, powered by Arena Plus and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. Okay, now it's time to talk to another friend. I think we have Doreen Soy Baguio who is with us right now. Doreen.
Hello, Boom. Hello, Pawi. Kamusta kayo?
We're good. We're good. Not hungry, but we're good, Doreen. Okay, tell us what you have. Do you have an update on Jiu-jitsu for us, right?
Yes, actually, galing ako for the whole day sa Jiu-jitsu. Today was the opening day for that sport. And after a tough first half of the day, we got our medal, our first Jiu-jitsu medal from Godwin Langbayan in the men's fighting 62-kilogram division, and that was a very dramatic win, Pauline and Boom, because he, in the last game in that repechage, was against his own teammate, Dwight Del Rosario. It was Philippines versus Philippines in his last game for that repechage.
Well, how did that go? I mean, and did you get to talk to him after, and how was his emotion after battling a kababayan
Facing his
in the
own
repechage?
teammate.
I know.
He felt the pressure nung iba pa yung kalaban niya. But when he went up against his teammate, nawala na lahat ng pressure na yon, and he just enjoyed the game. It's not every day na yung kasama mong mag-training, ayun din pala yung mga kalaban mo in the medal match.
But Doreen, tell us about the campaign of our other jiu-jitsu athletes. Is Annie Ramirez competing in this SEA Games? I know she's one of our top jiu-jitsu athletes.
Doon na, di ba si Annie?
Yes, I will be there tomorrow to talk to Annie. So yan ang next order of business for me, Pauline. Will definitely be present tomorrow sa RTAF Academy to witness yung match ni Annie Ramirez.
Yan, we always have high hopes when we hear that name. Anything else on your end, Doreen, before we let you go?
Yes, today was a big day for Team Philippines. Right now, we already have 13 medals, 9 bronze medals, 2 silver medals, and 2 gold medals. So very quickly, yung 2 silver medals natin, galing yan sa men's recognized Pumze, and from Gian Christopher Santos in the men's 200-meter medley. And of course, yung gold medal came from our Olympian, Kayla Sanchez, Heather White, Chloe Isleta, and Shandy Chua for the 4x100-meter freestyle relay. And yung ating first gold came from Taekwondo Jin Kobe Macario in male individual freestyle Pumze.
All right, we will
Thank you
still
very
have
much.
a lot to watch out for. Thanks for staying on top of things. That was one of our correspondents, Doreen Suway Baguio, giving us the latest about our athletes there in Thailand on Jiu-Jitsu and other events. Thanks, Doreen.
All right, now, one of the sports returning to the SEA Games is cricket. Hang on. All right, no, we'll talk about cricket in a bit. We have to take a break right now. We'll be back with more. Still watching Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates powered by Arena Plus and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. Been a great day, great start.
Action-packed second day of the Southeast Asian Games. Boom, lots of highlights already, and of course, we can't forget about our 2 gold medals.
Yes.
We're so happy. And you know, Boom, what I really love about the Southeast Asian Games is that it gives our Filipino athletes a chance to showcase their talents.
Yes.
Right? We have close to 1,200 athletes competing here. And they say that the SEA Games is usually a chance where we get to test our mettle and really show what we've got, right? Before you go up to higher level competitions like the Asian Games and the Olympics.
And then, of course, from an audience standpoint, if you're, a sports follower, you get to see some icons compete, some popular ones, and then you get to discover some other athletes who are probably going to the SEA Games for the very first time. So, yun din yung maganda dun. You have those established stars, And then we have those newbies who we are
All
going
in
to
one
look out for.
competition.
I'm
All
sorry?
in one
Oh,
competition,
definitely.
right?
Speaking of looking out for, it is another packed schedule for Team Philippines in the games tomorrow. Marami pa tayong aabangan, starting with our Gilas Pilipinas 3x3 men's team na nabanggit ni Carlo kanina. They will compete in the semifinals of the tournament. The games will start 12 noon and we will broadcast live on Pilipinas Live.
Our boxers will also return to the ring tomorrow. Lalaban po si J. Brian Baricuatro sa quarterfinals ng men's 48kg division, habang si Claudine Veloso naman will compete in the quarterfinals of the women's 54kg division.
Uy, excited na rin ako because women's volleyball,
Yes.
the Las Pilipinas women's team will start their quest to end a 20-year podium drought tomorrow against defending champion nga lang and host Thailand. Live po yan mapapanood 6:30 p.m. One Sports at RPTV.
At sa women's football naman, the team looks to keep their medal hopes alive when they face Malaysia at 5 o'clock p.m. in a crucial match which you can also catch on Pilipinas Live. And of course, you can catch Team Philippines in action at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games on One Sports Plus, RPTV, and on Signal Channel 261 as well as our YouTube account.
Yeah, and that's it for us here on Tibay at Tatag. Mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates presented by Arena Plus. Brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Feline Berzosa. We still have more updates for you about our athletes in the coming days as they continue to play for flag and country in our continuing coverage of the Southeast Asian Games. Thank you for joining us. Good evening.